Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mithun, and in this YouTube tutorial, I'm gonna share with you an amazing webcam that I've been using for the past 7 or 8 months to record my YouTube videos on OBS. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. As you know that today most of the streamers and most of the people who create content on YouTube, they actually have a short snippet or a short webcam footage on the bottom right corner of their screen or the bottom left corner of the screen, and this is done because they want to interact with the audience and they want to engage them, and they want to look as human as possible. And it is a great way to actually let the people know that there is a real person behind the screen, and they are learning, or they are actually getting the knowledge from a real human being. But the problem is that the default microphones and default webcams that you get today in your computer, they are really poor quality ones. They don't actually have the FPS or the resolution to support OBS streaming. On top of that, even if you somehow manage to get them working on OBS, the recorded output of the video will be of really low quality, and you definitely don't want to do that when you're working with OBS, and especially when you're going to upload it to platforms such as Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. For that matter, I use a DSLR or a webcam, and recommend you or I'm gonna recommend a webcam that is for 720p resolution recording and for 1080p resolution recording. And if you don't want to use any webcam and you want to make sure that you have extreme quality of recording, you can also get a DSLR that I use for my need. So let's dive in. As you can see on my screen, I have a Logitech C270 HD webcam. It is a great webcam, and I personally have used it on multiple scenarios. It records in 720p resolution, and you might be thinking that, hey, it is just a 720p webcam. How is it going to support today's like streaming, and how is it going to output such quality webcam footage? The thing with actually using webcam footage in OBS is that you're gonna have a very small area where you actually show your face cam or webcam footage, and in for that particular area, it a 720p resolution camera is more than enough to give you that much recording. Now, the main problem that I face with 270p, now the main problem that I face with Logitech's C270 HD webcam is the actual sensitivity to light and frames per second. See, the thing is that the maximum FPS that it can clock is around 30 frames per second, and it is also not really good with low light. It means that if you have a room that's not well lit, it is going to be very problematic to deal with the quality of the footage in OBS. It is going to be very noisy, and it will look like a really poor quality video all in all. So you want to make sure that your room is well lit with multiple sources of light. As a rule of thumb, you should have at least three sources of light. One, a soft light that is directly pointing towards one actually should be on the ceiling, and third should be at the back of your chair. Not directly at the back of the chair, but at the ceiling, pointed at your head. This is going to actually give you a very well lit room overall, and you won't have to deal with the low quality issue with this particular webcam. Now, the second problem that I face with this webcam is that the hinge that it stays on is actually a thick hinge, and it actually somewhat covers a portion of my screen, which means that sometimes I don't actually see the tabs of my browser, and it becomes really hard when you're actually in a Steam meeting or in a work meeting. You don't actually clearly see the particular window tab, and you'll have to actually move the webcam around, or you have to resize the window to see what the tab is all about. So these are two minor issues that I have with this particular webcam. Other than that, everything else is just amazing. It works flawlessly with any software and any particular operating system. I've actually used it to the Linux and Windows, and these two operating system have no problem with this particular webcam whatsoever. I didn't have any reason to use it on a Mac, because Macs usually have a really great camera in them, so you don't really need to use this one. But for Windows and Linux, this webcam is just 100% uh, is a is a great deal, especially for the price of 30 bucks. You just can't go wrong with this. I've been using it with OBS and Camtasia for a long time, and I can vouch for the quality and reliability it has on offer. So if you want something that is cheap, that is reliable and offers a high quality experience, Logitech C270 HD webcam is the right choice for you. If you don't want to actually use OBS for recording your computer screen or your webcam footage, the best option is to actually use PepoCloud, because I've noticed that when I use Logitech C270 with my OBS software, it actually somewhat does not actually remove all the green screen in the background, which means that I have to deal with really odd looking footage, and I have to do some post editing tricks to actually make sure that it has the quality that I needed. But if you're using PepoCloud has inbuilt algorithms that it uses to intelligently remove your background and make the video quality look really good. So for that reason, I've been using PepoCloud instead of OBS with this particular webcam, and it works perfectly with that particular platform. So if you're somebody who does not want to deal with a lot of settings in OBS, go check out PepoCloud. Now, this was the HD webcam with just 720p resolution. Now, people are actually moving towards 4K resolution streaming on Twitch and even on YouTube. I've seen some people actually stream at 2K resolution, which means that if you're using a 720p resolution webcam, it is going to look a bit poor quality in the front end. So for that particular scenario, I have another webcam from the same company, Logitech, and that one is 920E. It is considered one of the best HD microphone enabled webcam there is for Zoom and many other softwares, including OBS. And to be honest, I was blown away by the fact that you get such quality for such an affordable price tag. For just $60, you're getting 1080p resolution recording with just 30 FPS with 30 FPS frames per second figures. And I think that that's a pretty great deal for the money that you spend. If you want, you can actually spend a lot of money on cameras, and tell you what, it is a very great microphone enabled camera, and you definitely don't need any DSLR or any premium sort of camera to actually replace your existing microphone or the inbuilt microphone. This is amazing. On top of that, on top of the quality that it has on offer, it is also certified for Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and even is TAA compatible, which means that you don't have to worry about anything. Just go to Amazon, follow the link that I provide you in the description, and purchase this webcam without thinking twice. What if you don't actually want a webcam? You have decided that you're going to start a streaming service on YouTube, and you're going to teach people in an educational setting, or you're going to dive into the world of corporate tutorials, and you want to make sure that you record at the highest resolution possible. But the problem is, both of these webcams that I just recommended don't actually provide you with that kind of recording quality. So for that reason, you might have to switch to a DSLR. But DSLRs are expensive, and for that reason I do not recommend you to expend a lot of money on DSLRs. But if you have already made up your mind that you're gonna make a career out of recording your videos, and you're gonna upload tutorials on YouTube and many other platforms, this particular camera by Sony is the best one to actually look for in this segment. It's called Sony Alpha 7 Mark III, and it is a full frame mirrorless camera with interchangeable lens. But that said, this is a really expensive option in this tutorial. If you don't necessarily need such a quality recording of your webcam, you should not spend this much money on just a webcam. You can just get away with Logitech's 920E easily. So make an informed buying decision by selecting which direction you want to go when you're recording content. So that was my tutorial for this particular camera comparison or camera recommendation video. If you like this video, please click on the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Till then, take care and bye bye.